Thank you for tuning in. This is YaYa, the spiritual doula, and this is Sacred Empowerments of the Divine Feminine. We are going to tap in real quick, my sisters. I hope you are doing well. Hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever time you're watching this. Make it apply, okay? We're going to tap in real quick to the mother's energy and see what she wants to tell us today. What instructions, what impartation, what empowerment she wants to give us. Excuse me while I clean up the energies a little bit. Okay. And so let's tap in. If this is your first time watching, thank you for tapping in. Thank you for watching this video. Please take a moment to like, subscribe, share, comment, and let me know that this is that you're new to the channel. I would love to introduce myself to you and you introduce yourself to me. Also hit the notification bell to let me so you'll be notified when I have uploaded another video, so you can stay tapped in with us, okay? If you are returning, what's up? How you doing? How you doing, good peoples? Thank you to all my subscribers and to those who are following the channel and tapping with me on a regular basis, all right? We're going to get right into the reading and see what's going on in the energies. What does the Divine Feminines need to know right now? What's going on around us? And see how we can just uplift and sharpen each other, okay? I'm going to start with the Kali deck, which is not something I usually do, but I feel led to do it in this particular reading. So I'm going to start with the Kali deck, all right? See what she has to say. See what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Did I start my, push that? Okay. Let's start with Kali. Kali is a very powerful energy, all right? So I'm going to start with her and then we'll work our way backwards. Speak, Mother, allow the cards to be your mouthpiece, allow my ear clarity to hear you. We got two that came out. Two fell out before. I don't know if these are the same two. We got Moksha of Kali, and we got Krishna. Now, I didn't even recognize that he was up in here. All right, let's see what's going on. 39. Moksha of Kali, her passionate desire for your liberation is unflagging, and so your relief shall come swiftly. She is speaking to you from within. She is the voice of reassurance. Can you hear her? Trust her. Soon you will see things in a better light. You are going to be liberated from the struggle you're currently experiencing. Be true to yourself and your life path, and you will attract the way forward as obstacles disappear. Do not turn away, for you are destined to overcome all opposition, bringing your sacred path to fruition. Moksha is the Sanskrit word for freedom, in the sense of complete self-actualization and spiritual liberation. It refers to the attainment of enlightenment and is considered the final release from involuntary suffering. The distinction between voluntary and involuntary is made because at a high level, certain divine beings will take on the experience of suffering to assist those who are yet to experience moksha. They help to carry the load and move others forward. Our love for one another, our compassion for the pain, may make us wish we could take on their suffering so they no longer need to struggle. This is counter to the divine perspective of higher beings. They enter into the realm of suffering to assist all. The divine understands the purpose of suffering, that it can lead us toward wisdom, strength, and ultimately empowerment. There is an art to alleviating suffering without depriving the soul of the growth it can bring. There are loving, divine beings of great wisdom willing to help those trapped in suffering at all times. We can call for assistance whenever we find our pain difficult to bear, including the anguish we feel when faced with the struggles of others. These divine beings have sufficient wisdom and higher understanding to help in ways to create benefits for all. Okay, and then we have 41, Krishna. Girl, 41, why are you going that way? Can you count for that? Let's see what Krishna has to say. There is spiritual intelligence within your soul. It is the genius of becoming and ripening from potential into glorious manifestation. Intimate communion with your own heart will reveal what you truly yearn for and set the process in motion for that yearning to be satisfied. The holy fire is Kali, and she is within your soul. Follow the yearning, seek the light, let yourself burn bright for what inspires you, and you shall see the path to the fruition clearly before you. Believe in what is meant to be. The name Krishna translates as you are fire. Agni is the two-headed deity of fire and a potent symbol of supernatural power. On the physical level, fire generates light and heat to cook food, thereby representing both transformation and nourishment of the life force. The inner digestive fires that metabolize food and allows us to gain nutrients represents the inner nourishment of fire and symbolize the soul's need to digest our life experiences for spiritual growth. Fire can create purification for regeneration, such as that seen in a forest after it simultaneously burns away old growth and stimulates new seeds. In that sense, it is also the power of ripening, of bringing something from an idea or potential into fruition and fulfillment of innate purpose. On a spiritual level, fire attracts the soul, helping it find its way through the darkness toward warmth and light. The life-enhancing and alchemical properties of fire transform physical materials as well as the subtle body of the soul. The appearance of Krishna is a reading indicates the tremendous potential for personal transformation and spiritual growth. You may feel like you're struggling, but your soul is actually gaining strength. What you desire may seem so far beyond your current reach, yet the oracle indicates your inner potential for tremendous accomplishment. Somebody is going through some transformations around here, which is a beautiful thing. Okay, and this transformation that you're going through right now, Divine Feminine, is not just only for you, but it is going to be the outcome of this transformation and what you are becoming and the strength you are gaining. Other people around you are also going to be able to receive strength, receive wisdom, receive empowerment, receive what they need from the experiences that you have allowed yourself to experience and the wisdom that you've gained from those experiences. Okay, so even though we're on an individual type of journey where we're seeking out our own soul salvation, we cannot forget that we're also here to serve. And how do we do that effectively? We serve from the experiences and the wisdom we've gained through the things that we've gone through. So we don't suffer endlessly, and we don't suffer without reason, and we don't suffer without a purpose for the suffering. And when we know that, it makes the load lighter. The suffering, it still don't feel good. Okay, it still don't feel good. It still be feeling like, what the hell? But eventually our soul and ourselves, right, the self, evolves into this powerful being who not only can handle the pressure, but knows how to then therefore issue the lessons learned to other individuals and aid them on their journey, right? So we are individuals, but we are a collective. And I think that is probably one of the most beautiful things that I have learned over my spiritual awakening, is how I can stand in my individuality and at the same time use the lessons that I've learned in that individuality to move humanity forward, to move the vibrations of the dimension that we're living in forward, right? So we're going to clarify this. There's someone going through something, and it feels like a season of suffering. Okay, and it may be painful, it may be challenging. We look at that word suffering and it carries such a negative connotation, right? But it doesn't have to be looked at negatively. Okay? It doesn't have to be. What's negative is when you involuntarily suffer. Like, and then I don't even know if there's a such thing as involuntarily suffering, because anything you have going on in your life is literally a reflection of you, of something going on inside of you. If you are dealing with situations and people are bringing negative energies into your life, well, that's one thing. But the question is, why do you keep letting it happen? And so therefore, it's not really involuntary now, is it? Right? When we all have the power to choose who we're going to be connected to choose what we're going to allow on our plate in our presence, to choose what energies we're either going to lower ourselves down to deal with or raise ourselves up to deal with. So, in that sense, is there really a such thing as involuntarily suffering? You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, suffering for the purpose of evolution is the kind of voluntarily suffering you want to do. You understand? You want, if you have to lose or experience lack or experience a challenge for the purpose of your growth, then that's the kind of voluntary suffering that you want to be a part of. You know what I'm saying? Did the car fall? Or did I catch it? Well, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna look at this. Am I using these, mother? Use these? Okay, let's look at what's going on around you that might be the cause for this. What's going to be the outcomes, and what lessons are here for us to learn from what we're experiencing. But at the end of the day, it needs to be understood that a transformation is happening. My cars are tearing up, but we got the Ten of Swords. I got to order me another deck of these particularly because I like these. We have the Ten of Swords here, so there may be some sort of a betrayal. You may feel betrayed by someone or someones. You may feel betrayed by life at this point in general. But there's also an ending happening. Okay, we have the Eight of Swords on the split of the deck, and see, this is a self-imprisonment. This is this anguish, this betrayal. And we have the reverse Empress. It may be something you're experiencing because you are volunteering, allowing yourself to bring an end to self-betrayal. I haven't even pulled a card yet, but this is what I'm getting just from the split of the decks. Okay, you may be ending a self-betrayal, right? Because the betraying of the self creates creative blocks with the reverse Empress on the split of the deck. Okay, it creates blockages. It holds you back from being able to create the life and the reality that you want to see and be a part of. And this is the transformation that is taking place with you right now. All right, let's get some stuff out here. Excuse the clacking, but the clacking and the clanging of the cards. All right, I try not to do that, but then I'll be like, okay. Anyway, so we're gonna see what's going on. What's going on, mother? What do they need to know? A King of Swords. You're a leader. Okay. You're a leader, and you're choosing right now to make decisions. You're kind of like in a head over heart season. And you're having to look at some of the decisions that you've made out of the source and the spring of the heart. All right. I'm hearing guard your heart. There's a scripture that says guard your heart, for out of it flows the issues of life. Okay. And I feel like that's what you're doing. You're guarding the heart and looking at the condition of the heart and making decisions out of what you see going on in your heart space. All right. Being truthful with yourself about the decisions you've made from the heart. Okay. Clarify. Hermit. Yeah. Yep. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Because we all have to take that time to say, you know what? Let me shut out some things. Let me just kind of close the door to some things and some people so that I can look at why I am choosing to keep the door open to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's times where we have to choose to go into a bit of isolation, or you are being pulled into this isolation. So this could be a time of shadow work that you're doing, okay? A time of introspection, contemplation, a lot of thinking. With this King of Swords and this Hermit card, you're thinking, you're contemplating, you're evaluating, okay? You're trying to gain the wisdom you need to go forward. The wisdom of self, the knowledge of self. And this is a lot of times how transformations take place. You know, we have to take time to itemize and see what is it that I need to transform. In what area of myself do I need to make a change? What needs to remain and what needs to go? A lot of meditation could be taking place right now for you. Yeah, because we have the 5 of Pentacles. So there's some sort of a healing. There's some sort of a healing that is needed. There could be a struggle here. A spiritual struggle. A change of the mind. All right. You're trying to come out of a certain season that feels cold and feels isolated, right? Or you feel like you've been put out in the cold. And this could be this betrayal card that's sitting over here tucked away because it ripped on me, but it applied, so I kept it up here. Right? So there could have been a betrayal that has taken place in your life that has caused you to feel out in the cold. But I see you taking the time to evaluate how you ended up here. How did you get here? What decisions did you make for yourself that caused you to get here? Why do you keep choosing people, places, and things that always causes you to be put out in the cold? This also could be, this 5 of Pentacles could also be talking about a time of isolation as well. There's some sort of a victory you want. And I think this is an isolation. I think this is a self-prescribed isolation, a spiritual-led isolation, because there's some sort of victory. There's some sort of progress that you are going to get with this 6 of Wands, and that you want. Okay? And that you want. With the reverse Queen of Pentacles. This could have something to do with your finances as well. All right. There could be a certain financial independence, a financial stability that you want to forge for yourself, so you're not dependent on people. You're not dependent on anyone to help you. You're not dependent on anyone to aid you financially. I don't know if there's someone around you who is, with this Ten of Swords, who is using money as a tool to betray you, or as a tool to keep you shackled, or as a tool to keep you isolated, or as a tool to keep you with them. Okay? Clarify the Queen of Pentacles, please. Tower. Yeah. There's a financial independence. There's something that you need to acquire, something you need to attain, something you need to take back, a certain power, a certain position, a certain resource of self that you need to take back in order to either avoid a tower, or you're experiencing a tower right now financially. You're experiencing a tower right now when it relates to your material resources. Clarify the tower. What is this tower? What is this tower? We have okay, this could be a situation where we have the Page of Wands and the Judgment card. We have the Page of Wands and the Judgment card. I feel like, how do I say this? You may have been experiencing a time and a period and a season in life where you were gaining financial resources in ways that caused you to have to be dependent upon someone to give it to you. It's almost like an exchange of how do I say that, Mama? And I'm trying to say it tactfully, for one, for the purpose of YouTube. But this is a situation, it feels like a situation where you may have been, I'm going to say it like this, using your feminine power, using your feminine essence as a way to support yourself financially. Okay? And the tower is that you realize you can no longer do that. That is no longer serving you. There's something you are awakening up to when it comes to divine femininity. Okay? Because not everything that is feminine is divine. Let's just make that clear. All right? Not everything that is female is divine. Okay? So you are going through an awakening process as it relates to how you have chosen to support yourself, how you have chosen in the past, and how that is no longer serving you because it keeps betraying you, right? The people you gain the resources from keep betraying you. So you've kind of isolated and gone into a period of isolation because there is a self-dependency. There is a better path and a better way that you want to forge and you want a victory in. There's some progress. There's something you want to overcome. And in order to do that, you kind of had to take a bit of a tower moment as it relates, because if you stop a certain action or stop using a certain thing or stop using your feminine prowessness, if that's even a word, I don't think I said that right, whatever, you know what I mean. If you stop using your feminine wiles in order to gain material gain, financial gain, then you have to replace that with something else. right? So this, I feel like, is the process of transformation that you are in. It has a lot to do with your finances as it is related to your divine femininity, with the star card on the bottom. Because this has brought about some sort of a conflict. Yeah, see, and you have the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups. You're trying to heal a certain aspect of yourself so that you can begin to depend on yourself and change a certain pattern, or eliminate a certain pattern or a certain cycle. Queen of Wands, clarifying the Nine of Cups. This is taking a lot of courage. It's also, you're also very spiritual, okay? So you may be doing a lot of spiritual work right now to balance a lot of meditation, a lot of saging, a lot of crystals, a lot of mantras, candle works, things of that nature, prayer, speaking with the ancestors. Because there's an independence that you want. And an emotional healing. There's a financial independence that you want, and a certain emotional healing that you're needing to forge in order to get that. Because the emotional unhealthiness that is there is what created this this cycle of lower vibration femininity. Okay? This imbalance with the reverse temperance that's on the board. Clarify the reverse temperance card, please. Yeah, you're walking away from this imbalance. You're walking away from this imbalance. You're planning how to get out of this imbalance. You're looking for the path. You're at a crossroad at this imbalance. You're making decisions about how to get out of this imbalance. You may also be trying to leave a particular home, city, state. You may need to literally, physically move from something, someone, an environment that is creating the imbalance. And with this with this upright Seven of Wands, that is the challenge. There's an environmental change also that needs to happen, and this may also be lending me to understand the need for the finance, aside from the fact that we all need some money. You know what I'm saying? We all want to prosper financially, but this financial independence that you are trying to forge, that you need to forge, is the financial independence you need to move from this environment. So it's serving two purposes. But in order to do this, you're having to go through a emotional transformation, a mental transformation, okay? A spiritual transformation. With this reverse Six of Cups, clarify, please. There's some sort of I think you've reached the season in your spiritual journey, your spiritual process, divine feminine, where you are really starting to realize where the decisions you've been making in the past that have put you in a position to deal with these Ten of Swords, these stabs in the backs. This is a self-betrayal. And I think that you are at the point where you realize it has a lot to do with your past. Okay, it could be childhood wounds, could be adulthood wounds. Okay, you're accepting that there is something emotionally unaligned, like in the heart space, in the inner space. And it's creating a world of towers and chaos and betrayal. And you're trying to find the peace and the balance of self to move you forward, so you can move forward into what you actually want to experience and actually want to see. Now I'm going to use this deck. Tell us more, Mother, please. Tell us more. What's going on? This is a very powerful transformation that you are in right now. It's also a beautifully painful thing. Okay? And so know that you are supported and guided by the Mother, by your ancestors. Trust the process. Again, I hear her saying, prepare. You're preparing for something. You're in a season of preparation. Take root. Stability. Stability. Tell me more. Gotta stop clanging the deck down like that, girl. Dream. Dream. There's something you want and desire. Family. I'm going to clarify these. Can you clarify prepare, please? Judgment. Clarify judgment. Sovereignty. So there is a lot of with the beginning on the bottom of the deck. You are making decisions and you are consulting the higher ones, the higher beings, your ancestors, the mother, the goddesses. Okay? And they are preparing you. They're preparing you, and you're asking for what decisions to make, which way to go, what to do, how do I prepare, how do I execute this transformation. But what I hear them saying is, what you're doing right now with the isolation, with the evaluation, the introspection, it is the answer that you're looking for. Like, you're already on the right path. Clarify, take root. There's a lot of complexities around you right now. It's like life feels like a maze. But you're persevering through it. You're determined to get through it. In order to get this instability, it's going to be a bit complex. It is. It's going to be a bit complex. So what it's going to take right now for you to get through this phase is perseverance. You just got to keep going. You got to keep pushing. Okay? Stay in the isolation for as long as you need. Come out when you feel the Spirit say come out. Okay? But there are some complexities in front of you concerning you gaining this stability. Concerning you growing these roots. Clarify dream. Magic. Clarify magic. Shadow. And see, that wanted to come out before and I put it back. Shadow. Authenticity. Yeah. So you're using your willpower right now, okay? Your imagination, your spiritual consciousness. Even in your sleep, though, you're alchemizing. You're alchemizing the shadows. You're alchemizing that shadow side of you so that you can live a more authentic version of yourself. Family? What's going on with the family? Perspective. Trust. There could be some family around you or some people who are in your family who do not understand the path you're taking, or they do not understand the way you're beginning to show up. But you are trying to forge a reality where you are able to live your more authentic self. Okay, you're trying to your family's perspective of you may not coincide with the version of you you're trying to bring to fruition, that you are willing to fruition. All right, like there's a family aspect here, and this could be that you've been dependent on your family financially and you need to move away. You need to get away from your family, so you need to gain a certain financial stability in order to be able to do that. Trust the process. I just said that, and now we have the trust card out here, and the butterfly is going through the various different stages. I know you can't see that. I don't know how to get the auto zoom thing to work, but there's a caterpillar, and then there's a fly on the branch, a butterfly on the branch, and then one in the sky. And it's saying you need to trust the process and clarify this perspective with the family, because I'm feeling like you need not worry with the unplug. You need not worry about the perspective of your family or their perspective of you. You need to unplug from this, because see, our family and friends and our circles of influence have a lot to do with what we think about ourselves until we learn how to stand in our authenticity, right? But when we are codependent on people, whether it be family, relationships, lovers or friends or anything of the sort, when we're codependent upon them, we take on a lot of their perspectives. We take on a lot of the perspectives of the world around us. This could even be talking about the family of humanity, the collective family, what's going on in society as a family. Like, the perspectives around you of the people that you consider to be family around you is what you need to unplug from, so that you can trust the process of what you're going through. The whole objective is to deal with your shadow side. Use your willpower to deal with the shadows and become or emerge, like this butterfly is emerging, right? It goes through these phases and emerges, so you can emerge as a more authentic version of yourself. And yes, this is complicated, but I see you have the perseverance here with cleansing. This goes back to cleansing yourself of any perspective that doesn't allow you to trust the process of who you are. This ain't about everybody. This ain't about what they think or what they said and this is about you. Your reality is about you and solely about you. Okay, everybody else is just little characters in the game, but you have the controller in your hand, right? You are the one controlling the situation. Your reality is about you. Your reality is about you. Clarify this perseverance card. Vision. See, you have an inner vision. This goes back into the dream card as well. You have an inner vision. It's like you are awakening. You are awakening to your own magic. You are awakening to your own willpower, your own power. And it's been complicated. Forging this stability, growing these roots, self-confidence, self-esteem, self-reliance is complicated, because I have the labyrinth card out here. It is she's standing at the beginnings of what looks like a maze. So perseverance is the answer right now. Staying focused on what it is you see ahead of you. What you see with your inner eye. Persevering towards that is the key right now. Okay? I want to look at, what do I want to look at? Let me Where are those cards? I'm gonna get this one, and then you know what? Matter of fact, I'm gonna do these, and then I'll do those, and I'll end it. So this is a period of transformation for you, Divine Feminine. All right, this is a period of deep transformation. Don't worry about what nobody thinking and saying. Don't worry about, how they view you, what they think of you. Just continue to persevere and go through this transformation at this period, because it's very, very needed to stop the cycle of self-betrayal. Oh, where you going? Endings. What did I just say? To bring an end. I have got to figure out how to work that AutoZone. Child, bye. And the card literally says it's time to say goodbye. All right. So, yeah. In order to stop and bring an end to this cycle of betrayal, to say goodbye to that season of your life where you made decisions based on what you felt other people wanted you to do, what other people would be pleased at seeing you do, if it's going to offend anybody, hurt anybody, if you're going to be misunderstood. You're misunderstood anyway. People are going to rock with you when you doing you or you doing them. They going to not rock with you if you doing you or if you doing them. So you might as well do you. Okay. Okay, what I'm going to need you to do is stop falling on the floor. Money matters. Yeah, see, this is a financial situation that is directly attached to your physical freedom. But in order to get that, there's a spiritual freedom you're trying to acquire. You need to acquire. Authority. Yep. You may be a younger Divine Feminine that's listening to me. Fast changes. You may be kind of young, so you're still kind of dependent on family, on other people to help you, to aid you, and you're yearning for independence. But there's some changes coming. You will be given the wisdom of how to create and how to go into this next phase of your life. All right? Spiritual work. And see, that's what I'm saying. It's like and this stands true for everybody, no matter the age, the race, the sex, or whatever it is. The spiritual work that you do, dealing with self from the spirit, is what changes the reality you see. Right? Like, it's like kicking against the brick when you just try to change your outer world without changing your inner world. Eventually, your inner world begins to create the same challenges, the same struggles, the same trauma over and over and over again, no matter what you do with your reality. And this is the Ten of Swords. And this is the questions you are looking at introspectively as to how you constantly keep dealing with these same outcomes. Okay. Clarify money matters. Closed doors. Yeah, so there's some financial limitations right now that you're experiencing. There's some financial limitations that you're experiencing. And you may actually are being called, if you are a little older in age, as a Divine Feminine that's listening to me, and if this is resonating, this may be you desiring or you needing to start over again, and you're looking for the way financially to be able to create that new start for yourself. But you have the foresight, and this goes back to the vision card and the dream card. You have the foresight, you have the inner sight. Okay, or you're trying to gain foresight of how to do this. Clarify authority, self-confidence, flexibility. You're going to have to be flexible. You're going to also have the self-confidence to know that you have a lot of talents, gifts, and abilities at your disposal. Pick one and see it through with the perseverance card. Okay? You're going to have to be flexible in your methods. All right? Flexible in your methods. But don't use low vibrational methods, because that's only going to bring you to more trauma. Okay? Fast changes. Limitations. You want this to become quickly. You want this to happen right now. They need you to let go of your worry. You're worrying about this, because the worrying is keeping you in a state of a creative block. All right. When we worry, it kind of it puts us in an anxiety that doesn't allow us to actually see how much we have at our disposal, right? How much we have in our gifts and talents to create the reality we want, because we spend so much time worrying about it. So it's like, don't worry, use your magic. Okay? Use the things you have at your disposal to create it. If you spend the time worrying, then a lot of times that shuts you down, and you can't show up for yourself the way you need to, because you're worrying about it. Wisdom. The wisdom is there, the way to do it, and the wisdom that you're going to gain from this experience is going to be there. Power. See? It's going to be there. Moving up and public face. The very people, and this is falling over here with the family and all of that, and the perspective and the trust and the da-da-da-da-da and the unplug and the cleanse. So the very people who you may be surrounded around right now, that tell you you can't, tell you you shouldn't, that you're worried about some sort of judgment from these people, they're going to literally watch you move up. They're going to watch you glow up. They're going to watch you boss up, as long as you trust your authentic self. That is the key to fixing this. That is the key to transforming, is trusting the authentic version of you, despite who doesn't agree with it, like it, or understand it, and let them watch. I hear the mother saying, I'm going to prepare a table for you in the presence of your enemies. Okay? One more. Transformation. And that seals the deal. You're in a period of transformation, and you will transform, and this situation is going to change. I'm going to get 2 of these affirmation cards. Got trust on the bottom of the deck already. Shining light. Serenity. Shining light. My desire to improve myself transforms fear into strength. I raise my thoughts above doubt and find faith in the goodness of the universe. I love and accept myself as a soul, authenticity, and I discover the light that dwells in me. Serenity. Through love, release, and inner work, spiritual work, here we go, inner work, I know peace. I have a gentle view of life and welcome every step with confidence. I remain brave, perseverance, okay, in the face of fear, and have the wisdom is already out here, to let the universe do its work. You are in a cycle of transformation. Trust the process. Okay? You have nothing to doubt. You have nothing to fear. You have nobody else's opinions of you to even address and or take an account of. It doesn't matter what they think and or say. Okay? I thank you for tuning in to this Sacred Empowerments of the Divine Feminine. I hope Spirit says something to you to encourage you, empower you, enlighten you. Please take the time to like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell so you'll know when we're back with another one. I enjoyed this reading. This was a good reading.